I heard that little ding. I'm telling you guys, this phone has a mind of its own. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the video. I wasn't quite ready to start just yet, but apparently my phone had different ideas. So, oh well, I'll go with it. My name is Thuris. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning Stitchy, I hope everyone is doing super duper. So I have what I hope to be an interesting video. I don't know. A really kind of laid back every time I start. The second I start talking, the animals come flocking. Good grief. I should just be prepared. I should just open up a section and just always know. Okay, so this is going to be just a laid back chit chat cheese me video with my Stitchies, my besties, of some cuckoo banana stuff that happened. Update on what's going on around here, kind of where I've been. I have another finished object to show you. Can you believe it? And I have a new whip to show you, which is exciting. Okay, and while I do that, I just took a shower. I need to do my hair and my skincare. So I figured I would do that while we just, laid back chat. For anybody who gets triggered by hair, because I know I can't remember what the disorder is called, but sometimes hair, antennae, legs of insects and things like that can trigger people. Just be forewarned, I am going to be combing and brushing my hair, and I am losing my hair right now, so that's going to be a thing. I won't show a big globule of the hair that's going to come out, but yeah, just trigger warning. Anyway, okay, so first of all, I miss you all. I am a busy little bee. Past few days I've not been feeling well. I've been kind of laid up. I'm feeling better today by quite a bit. So I am filming member videos, and I've already uploaded one. I'm filming 2 currently right now, and I'm going to be doing a members live within the next like 10 days. I'm going to do a regular channel live too. With that comes to my update, because it won't be a live diet. Well, I guess it could be. I'm not sure what it's going to be. I was supposed to find out last week. By the way, if you hear background noise, I am a mom. I have a special needs son who has no idea how loud he is. And then my daughter also streams on Twitch, and she's in her room, which is on the other side of this wall, doing that, and she is quite exuberant with her whatever it is that she does on Twitch. It's gaming. I can't remember. I don't know what game she's playing right now. Anyway, excuse me. Okay. So I was supposed to find out last week what was going on with, and by the way, if you don't want all the chit chat that's about to be the next 20 minutes, feel free to skip ahead till you see me holding up yarn and opening these bags over here. But I think, I don't know, this might be quite entertaining because police had to be called. So I don't know, might want to stay and listen for that. Anyway, I'm in a weird mood. So I was supposed to find out last week when they were going to be coming out and finishing up my house. And I did not get a call from anybody, a text, an email, bird post, nothing. I got nothing. And so I got a hold of them this week. Well, I had reached out, but they didn't reach back until this week. And basically they're like, you know, sorry, your property manager, we'll call her Annie, so that I don't get in any trouble for saying real names. So they said Annie will get with you and let you know what's going on. She will at least come out and pick up the contractor garbage, because they left so much stuff covering my driveway all over the place. And anyway, said that she'll be out to at least clean that up this weekend, but she'll let me know what the plan is moving forward for somebody to come out here. And I'm like, great, that means they're probably not coming out this week. So I hear from Annie, and Annie is not somebody who usually apologizes or acts like they're doing anything wrong. Even if something is just preposterous, she'll still be like, well, you know, you gotta give us understanding, and, you know, yada yada yada. Like, I haven't been eternally patient anyway. And so she immediately was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about this whole situation. Please give me a minute to explain. So I'm like, oh goodness. Oh man. So sorry, I'm a storyteller. I do not like quickly get to the point. Drives Andrew absolutely bananas. He wants the bullet points. I'm a storyteller. So again, if that's not your jam, skip ahead. But story time. Anyway, so she, if I don't derail myself like I just did and then lose my place of where I was at. So she's apologizing, and she said that supposedly the whole contractor team got COVID and they were out for a week, which, if that's true, thank you for not bringing them to my house, of course. But and however, kind of don't believe her, but anyway, and she said, so they're back at work now and they're just getting back to business. This is by Black, and I do believe this is a Black owned brand, and we support Black owned brands in this house. These are just pumpkin eye patches. I've tried many eye patches from this brand, but I've never tried the pumpkin ones, so we'll go see what it's all about while we chit chat. So she's like, so they're getting back to work right now. I'm like, okay, well, when will they be coming to me? She said, I have no idea. I'm like, this week? She said, definitely not. I'm like, next week? She's like, I really don't think so. I'm like, okay, honestly, I'm really upset. Like, you're messing with my business. I can't do my job. And 3 days ago, I tore my ACL because I was tripping over things. Like, there's belongings everywhere in this house, or there's stuff everywhere in this house. And because it can't be put back because we don't have flooring, you know, the floors are messed up, and the cabinets we can't access the cabinets. They're torn up. They have to be replaced. So I tore my ACL because I had trouble navigating. I tripped on something and twisted. Anyway, she apologized and everything like that. It's so squishy. Okay, so she said that she will get back to me as soon as she knows anything, that they're working on other properties. And I said, okay. She was like, so my guys are working on, she's like, you know, we have to, and said it in this way of like, you've got to be understanding. Like, we have several houses that the gutters are coming right off the houses. And I'm just like floored at this point. I mean, I understand that that's important because that can cause leaking in the roof. And while they were here, they had to redo ours. And I have a sneaking suspicion that because there was an inspector that came and looked at them, I have a sneaking suspicion they got in trouble and had to go. Then they went and looked at all the properties and had to go do all the properties. Either way, I'm glad they're doing them. I'm glad they're keeping up with stuff. But I'm like, well, what did I say her name was? Annie. Like, well, Annie, I understand that, but like, you said that you have over 200 properties. You can't tell me you only have one contractor team for over 200 properties. And can some of them not, like, can they not split apart and somebody just come here and finish me up? And she said no, you know, they all need to focus on that and get that done. I'm like, yeah, but my stuff was supposed to already be done. Like, this stuff came after my stuff. My stuff was already supposed to be done. And I have holes literally to the underside of my house. I look like a football player. Where you can see grass. You can see the underside of my house, and it's freezing. There's just cold air pumping through into my house. I really am not understanding how that does not supersede gutters, as important as gutters are. I don't understand how mine is not more important. I have a 6-foot by 3-foot hole in my laundry room wall. I have flooring that has to be replaced. I have cabinets that have to be replaced with all this stuff like everywhere. It's been almost a month. I'm just not understanding. She said she knows. She's sorry. Her hands are tied. There's nothing she can do. What do I want from her? And so I told her exactly what I wanted from her. To come and finish the job that should have been done. And, you know, she said, you know, that's all that she can do. And I'm like, well, can we hire a contractor and take it off the rent? And she said, no, they like to use their own contractors. Well, I know why they like to use their own contractors, but God don't like ugly, so I'm just going to keep that to myself. Anyway, so I'm frustrated because there's like no end in sight to this mayhem, and I'm over it. So Andrew and I, starting tonight when he gets home, are going, and we're just going to go through and we're going to clear out a way for me to start dying, because I can't wait anymore. I can't make you guys wait anymore, especially. This has to get done. I want this to get done. And it's already going to take me longer than what it would have a month and a half ago to work on dyeing stuff, because I'm sick. I mean, I look sick because I am sick. It just is what it is. And I'm not usually to full capacity anyway, but I'm definitely not to full capacity right now. And so I'm going to need a lot more breaks. I'm going to have down several days in a row where I'm not going to be able to do anything. And so this process is going to take a while to catch up, and I feel horribly guilty to all of you for that. And I can't wait, because I have a feeling I'm going to be waiting weeks if I wait, and I can't do that, and I'm not going to ask that of you guys. So we're going to figure out a way. We're going to figure out a way to make it to where I can do what I need to do. It's going to slow the process, but at least the process is going to get started. So there's that part of the update. The police part of it, oh man, I did not even understand what was going on. So what did I call her? Annie. So Annie asked me, has that contractor, the one that came and messed everything up, has he been contacting you? And we're gonna call him Michael. Has Michael been contacting you? And I'm like, not recently. Hi, mamas. But he was for about 2 weeks. He was calling and texting. He was shopping, but suddenly this guy was at my kid's store where he never used to be. And they would see him a couple times a day for, since then. And before I even knew anything weird was going on, I thought that was a little weird. Now, it could be that they had never seen him before and he's always been there. And now that they know what he looks like, now they see him all the time. That's probably what it was. But, hey, sweet angel baby. So she's like, okay, I'm going to give you a number that you are going to need to call, that you may have to send all that to. I'm like, what's going on? She said, I just want to let you know we had to call the police on him. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why? So apparently he was showing up to the office this whole time demanding to get paid, and that he did a good job. He did what he was supposed to do. It was their fault, yada yada yada. That's between them, I don't care. That he needs to get paid. And she's just like, I'm not paying you. I'm actually probably going to sue you, And he's like beyond livid. Well, after a couple of weeks of like dealing with her and not getting anywhere, he started saying, call the lady, meaning me. Call the lady and she'll tell you that I did a good job, that I did my job. And they said, no, we're not going to do that. He said, that's fine. I'll call her. And they were like, you have our tenant's number? And he said, yes, I do. No, I gave him the number. So when he was very first here, before stuff went crazy, he wanted me to take pictures because his hands were dirty. He wanted me to take pictures of certain things that he was doing, proof that he was doing stuff, for his file, to send them progress of the work. That makes sense. That's what you do. That's what a smart person does. And so I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And so I did it and I texted it to him so he had my number. So he said, well, I'm going to call her. And they said, absolutely do not call our tenant. You leave our tenant alone. Don't call any of our tenants, but you leave her alone. She's going through enough right now. And he was like, no, if you don't make it right, I'm going to call her, yada, yada, yada. And so after a couple of days of that, he said, go get her. If you don't call her, I'm going to go get her. I know where she lives. I'm going to go get her and she'll tell you. And where it wasn't a threat of harm, it's still like he's saying, I remember where she lives. I will go get her. Like, they took it seriously and I appreciated that. And, so she was like, we made a decision at that point that we were going to pay him to ensure your safety, to ensure our safety, because he was going crazy. And so we paid him, but we did file a police report on him. So now you're going to have to put that stuff in probably as evidence and, all that stuff. And I'm just like, good grief. Isn't that nuts? Man, people are a little cuckoo these days. Sometimes it seems. So I thought that was crazy and a little scary. Because I don't want to hear that you remember where I live. Anytime there's a contractor that comes to your place, that is what the reality is, because your address is on those slips of paper and stuff. And so, I know this, but it's still something you don't like to think about, you know what I mean? And so I'm just like, oh my gosh. I think these are backwards. I think so that you can get closer to the eye. A little part is supposed to be right there. Come on now. Not in the eye. And the big, oh, you know what? I just realized right now I've been wearing these wrong. The whole time. Not this whole video. For always. I'm pretty sure this is the way you're supposed to be wearing them. Oh my goodness. Oh well, I'm basically done anyway. Okay. And then, so I'm just going to throw these away. I do have reusable ones that I'll put like serum on and then I'll put up there. Ooh, my video is choppy. Weird. Hopefully the quality is not terrible. Anyway, so there's that. The other thing I was going to talk to you guys about, oh man. Okay, I'm going to be lazy. I don't feel like going and getting my, cotton pads. This is a AHA and BHA toner. It helps to clarify the skin, and AHAs and BHAs are chemical exfoliants to help get, you know, dead skin cells and off and stuff like that. You can either physically exfoliate with something kind of rough texture, or you can chemically exfoliate. And right now I cannot afford to possibly open up any abrasions of my skin, even micro abrasions, for chances of infection. So chemical exfoliation is the way that I gotta go, and that's fine. Anyway, the other thing I was going to talk to you guys about is just like kind of some worldly stuff, which if you don't want to hear about, cool. But like the stuff that's going on with like the stuff in the skies. Have you guys been hearing about all the stuff that's being like shot down? And I'm sure a lot of you are like, oh, I don't want to hear about this anymore. But I'm shocked. Like the stuff that's being shot down, how many of them, if you don't know, and don't take my words specifically for fact, I am not a newscaster and I have a terrible memory. So, give me like 5 minutes, you guys, and I'll get to the yarny goodness. Anyway, so, oh, I don't have my serum over here. Well, I'm not going and getting it. So, we just won't have one today, I suppose. Oh yeah, we will. We'll do this one. So, this is by Pharmacy. Most of my skincare I get at Ulta and Sephora. But I do have... Oh my gosh, that is loud. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I do have affordable drugstore alternatives. But this is a resurfacing serum. Again, just like the stuff I just put on before. I've got a lot of dry skin going on right now. So this is like a glow serum. It will help get the dead skin cells off, and then also has vitamin C and stuff like that. And right now I'm stepping up my skincare from moisturizing to treatment because chemo always makes me break out. I never break out unless I'm doing chemo. I've got breakouts going on, so this will help with that. But anyway, I'm sorry. Okay, so like it started with the one that they said came from China that was like a spy balloon or whatever, and that one got shot down over South Carolina. Then there was one that got shot down over Alaska. Then I guess Canada asked us to shoot one down that was like pretty close to the border, and so we shot that one down. And I always, by the way, put my skincare on the back of my hands first, because the back of the hands show your age. Even if your face doesn't, the back of your hands will. So I always put it on the back of my hands. That way, if there's extra, then, you know, your hands get treatment too. Keeps your hands looking young. And it's really important when you do your skincare to wait a couple of minutes between layers and use the warmth of your hands to let it soak in. I'm talking about this stuff because I've been asked. It's probably one of my most requested things, is that I do something over skincare. So I'm just saying this while I do this. So then there was one several days ago, just over here, over Lake Huron. They shut the airspace down over somewhere in Montana. They shut the airspace down in the same day as the Lake Huron one. They shut the airspace down over Lake Michigan. It's wild. And then the train derailment in Ohio, that's really scary. Like 3 cities had to be evacuated. People lost their animals. They can't go back there and live. I don't know for how long. But what's concerning is, like, this is going to get into the water. And, this will get into the, flow down and get into the Ohio River Basin, which is going to then flow down into a whole bunch of other main rivers, and including, like, at some point, the Mississippi River. It's really scary. Because this stuff is just a small amount of the stuff that was spilled out of that car on that train is really, really dangerously, like, deadly toxic. And there was gobs of it. Anyway, so I use a bunch of different moisturizers because I used to get like BoxyCharm and a bunch of different beauty boxes, subscription boxes and stuff that I don't get anymore right now because I had so much stuff I wanted to use it all. This is Watermelon Glow by man, what is the name of this place? By Glow Recipe. I love Glow Recipe. It smells really good. This is a really lightweight oil-free moisturizer, which is good for anybody, any skin type. And then I'll usually put like a thicker one over it to occlude this one so that it becomes more potent. If I'm not putting any makeup on. If I'm putting makeup on, I'll stop at this one because it's really lightweight. But, and then you put your oil on at the end because your moisturizer and your serums cannot penetrate oil, but your oil can penetrate them. And you want to use an oil, especially if you have oily skin. Oily skin people think that they should stay away from oil. You should not. You shouldn't use an abundance of it, but you should not stay away from it. Because what's happening is the oil, you're stripping the oil from your skin. And your body thinks, well, let me produce more of it then. So by you giving a little bit of oil, like marula oil, that's a really, really good one. That's way better for you than coconut oil. Coconut oil is actually not that great for your skin. You giving it that oil. Listen to me say oil. Right, I've been working on it. As normally I just say oil. That's the southern in me. It tricks, putting that on, it tricks the body into thinking that you have some and it won't produce it as much. So now I'm doing a thicker oil, which is by It Cosmetics, Confidence in a Cream. They have a thin version of this, but I right now have the thick. And so I'll just put that over it, especially because I just did those treatments. So this kind of helps soothe my skin. My skin's turning a little red from the resurfacing treatments, but that's what it's supposed to do. Though I suppose I probably should have talked to my oncologist about, can I use these chemicals right now? Now that I think about it. Yeah, I probably should have done that. Okay. And this is by Sunday Riley. This is Blue Tansy Oil. And all this is my nighttime routine. I did my morning one already. So you don't want to use retinols, AHAs, or BHAs during the day when you're going to go be out in the sun. Makes your skin more sensitive to it. So this is my nighttime routine. Okay. Yarny goodness. I have not started Sophie's because I am a slacker. But I have started something else. And it's so pretty. And it has been on my wish list for years on years on years. Okay, I went through my skincare way faster than what I normally do. By the way, tips for helping to keep your skin clean and your hair shiny and healthy. I sleep in either a silk hair mask or a silk hair cap, or I or I sleep on silk sheets, which is really good for your hair. Having cotton against your hair all the time is not good. It pulls moisture away from it, dries it out. And it helps your skin also, and I change them often. So, okay. Okay, my whip. If you stayed this long, leave a rainbow in a comment down below if you stuck with me through all of that. I do appreciate if you did. I don't know how far into the video I am, and I don't want to get right up in your face. But I appreciate the support. And you can tell me if this sit-down chit-chat style is something you guys want. If it's not, then I'll leave it for members only. I do get more personal with my members than I do on the public side of things. I think that's understandable. Okay. I'm so excited. So I have wanted, since discovering Noro yarn, I've wanted to I make a lot of cardigan sweaters. That's probably what I make the most of. I have wanted to make a sweater, like a cardigan / jacket thing, since finding out about Noro, because it's so pretty, but it's so expensive. And so I thought, man, that is like the perfect thing. Something I'll wear all the time that will last. It will endure the years, and it will endure me. So this is going to look big, and it is big because I'm big, but this is the Painted Canyon cardigan pattern, and it literally goes, oh my gosh, I cannot talk. You start with the bottom half of it, which is literally it's all the way around. It's not in the round, but it's all the way around without being connected. So it's not a back panel and 2 front panels. It's a torso all the way around. And then you work up a panel situation. I don't know. Now, I made it originally, I had to rip out my first 12 rows because I realized that I made it way too big. Way too big. And I'm losing weight, so it was just going to get bigger. And over time, it's probably going to stretch. So I still made this too big, but I'm not ripping it out again. So then I turned around and I had to rip out another 8 rows because I realized that several rows down when I was doing spike stitches that I accidentally added a stitch somewhere. And this isn't one that you could just frog. Or I mean, not that you just frog, that you could just like, usually I just like, what is the word I'm looking for? Whatever. Usually I just like, oh my gosh. Mess with it, fix it in my own way. I don't know. Whatever the word, insert word here. But it wouldn't work. It cut this side in really sharp and was just very obvious, so I had to rip out. Anyway, I would be done with this first part is my point had I not had to do all that. So this is Noro Silk Garden. I'm just going to show the whole part of it. Man, I would be so much further if not for the 2 mess ups. So this is Noro Silk Garden. Let me find a couple of them. Man, that blows it out a lot. My lighting is terrible because it's super cloudy. And anyway, there's greens, blues, purples, pinks, blacks, grays. It's me in a skein. And then the black sections is Cozy Soft Chunky by Ella Ray. And so the lady who did, which is, man, I'm so sorry if I get this wrong, but I think it was Hooked by Robin. If it's not, I'll fix it in the description box below and give credit to who deserves credit. But I'm pretty sure it's Hooked by Robin, which I love her designs. I've made a few of her designs. Words. Oh, she puts in the pattern where she made the color changes and where she, and when you make a color change, you spike stitch in that first row. So this is just, and here they are. This is just, this is the black LRA, and then the color parts is the Noro, and there's spike stitching here and here. And I'm not 100% going by what she said to switch rows. I'm just kind of doing it how I feel. I want this to mostly be Noro, but I love how the black blends in with it. Guys, I'm so excited. This project has me so excited that I'm literally, like, I'm not sleeping very well right now. I mean, I don't normally sleep well, but I'm sleeping less well. That when I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, I want to crochet, and I reach over and I grab my hook and I, do some crocheting, because I'm like, I have trouble wanting to go to bed at night because I'm having so much fun working with this yarn. I mean, this has been on my dream list to do for so long. Well, this is going to be my winter fall Noro cardigan, and you guys saw the, I think I have it right here, the one that I got from Bago Day. Oh, I just made a mess. This one's going to be my spring summer one. Let's put it back together. I just knocked yarn everywhere. So this is the Geshi, the Noro Geshi yarn, and it's got greens and grays. It's just gorgeous. And so that's gonna be that one. So I'm making really quick progress on this thing for me. I mean, I'm not a fast crocheter, so for me, I'm making pretty quick progress, and I'm just having so much fun doing it. I would be done with this part and able to move on to the other sections if I wouldn't have had to pull all that out. Man, y'all, I'm losing my hair. It's okay though, because I rock bald. I've been bald before, and I'm fine with it. I look good. I even if I don't look good bald, I don't care. You know what? It's a sign of survival. It's a sign of the fight that's in me, and I'll wear it proud, because what choice do I have? There are no real good wigs for albinos. So way back in the day, I have actually chopped my hair off for actually, I'll save that for members. I'm trying to like divide now. This is hard, dividing what to do for members and what to do for non-members, because non-members, you have my heart too, and you're so special to me, and I don't want to make anybody feel left out, but that is the natural progress of it, is I do have to like have things for the members, and I hate that because I don't want to like make anybody feel excluded, but I also don't want to make members feel any more than I probably already have with how long it's taken me to do anything I'm supposed to do. I don't want to make them feel like they're like, so they're doing their membership for nothing. So it's been a difficult balance, but I'm going to do 2 members lives, and I'm going to do extra giveaways on both of them to make up for January. I'm going to do a members live where I sit and just do answering questions, story times. Like, I'm not going to say I'm going to answer every question that comes across me, but a lot of really fun questions, a lot of like, there's some deep ones in there too that I have been asked that I have decided I will talk about. And then the other video is going to be me just doing a live of me going through my stash. That was like the #1 on I put a community post out on my members side asking what sort of video would you guys want, and almost every single answer, if not every single answer, was I would love to see you go through your stash on a live or a video. So I'm gonna do that. So here's my finished object. This is the thing that I was playing a ferocious game of yarn chicken with. This is the yarn I got from Crystal Bagode. It is from Keith at Yarn Snob. I don't know the color name of it, and I'm going to try to get him to make me a power ball of it. Buy it, of course. Not give it to me, but because I would like to have something else with this. And then you guys do not understand how precariously you are posted up here. Okay, you're gonna get right up in my face. Hello. Where is it? Okay, you guys are literally sitting on top of a jar of lotion with the kickstand on my phone, but so that you don't go too far back. The kickstand is sitting like on the lip of a candle, and an orange is holding it up. I can't find my phone stand. I don't know what happened to it. When I filmed, the last time I filmed was the Mary Maxim thing in front of my chinchilla cage, and I don't know where I set it. So to any of you who have blind people in your family, that is why it is so vitally important for you to put everything in the same place every time. Because imagine close your eyes and not know where something is, and imagine having to go look for it. You have your eyes to scan and to be able to know where it's not, where we have to touch everything. We have to go to every single surface. And what if it fell on the floor? And you have a whole other area to look. What if it's under stuff? And right now, that's the big problem, is we have so much. I'm horrified by how my house looks. There's just so much stuff piled that anything can be anywhere under layers of stuff. And so, anyway, so this is my hat. I have another ball of this that is a very, very light gray. I don't know where my bag is. It's a very light gray and rainbow. And I have a white and rainbow, big, huge cottontail puffy thingy that I got from Hobby Lobby that is going to go perfect with it. I had to get it. I had nothing to put it with, but I told Andrew one of these days I'm going to have something that's going to go perfect with, and it does. I don't have a puffy ball for this. None of mine look good. I have several shades of brown, tan, gray, black, white, cream. None of them look good. I need a navy one, so I'm going to find probably one of the snap ones in navy on Amazon or something, but I want it to be big. I don't want like a little one. Mine are little. I've had a really hard time finding like the real massive like poofy balls that you see at local yarn shops. I'm not paying $50 or $60 for one of those. It's bananas. I don't know why they charge so much for that. Okay, so I have a few things to show you. Guys, this is why I don't wear my hair down. I don't stop messing with it. I mess with it constantly. It's an actual problem. Okay. There's quite a few over here. All right. First thing I'm going to show you is my very first Leither, which is Leither, Leither Company subscription box. I got two. I got two different ones. I got this one, and then I got their mini one. And from my understanding, their minis, I'll get like 4 or 5 minis a month. And it's a crochet along. So all of these are going to be worked up into a bigger project. You're not going to know what that is. So I'm super excited. I've never really worked with minis, but I think it's going to be really cool. And so I know the first set is like shades of berry, cream, pink. And that's not my normal shtick. If I were going to do pinks, that would be how I would do it. So I went with it. Okay, this one that I got, it's really cool. The wife, it's a husband-wife duo. The wife dyes the yarn, and the husband makes the hooks. So I got the 2 hank and hook kit. Now, these are normally, now I don't know what these are before I got them. It says that this particular combo is normally $101. I paid $60. Because I wanted to try it out and show you guys, so you guys could see if it's something that you want to do. I was very nervous because that is very expensive for it to be something I dislike, and I'm picky. But I'd rather me try it than you guys try it if it didn't work out. So there are other options. You can get the 2 hank without the hook. You can get the 1 hank without the hook, 1 hank with the hook. And it's a whole project in a box. This one, so you get the yarn. Sorry, I had a call. You get the yarn, the hook. Well, I'll just show you everything you get. So this is the first thing of yarn. It's very gardeny. It's got berries and pinks and purples and greens. There's gray in here. I actually like it. I wouldn't have thought that I would, but I actually really like it. Let me take one of these. I'm afraid to take the band off that I won't be able to get it back on. Oh, there's even a little bit of brown in there. It's really pretty. It's actually very pretty. My lighting is terrible. I'm sorry, you guys. There's nothing I can do about it. If I wait for good lighting, I'll never film. So these are a fingering weight, and they aren't always a fingering weight. Sometimes there'll be other weights, and you get everything you need for a project. And this one is for a hat, but like you can get a scarf, you can get a wrap, you can get, you know, there's different amounts. So it comes with these 2 hanks. It came with a cotton tail fluffernutter thingy for the top of the hat. Oh my gosh, I cannot think of words today. Now, I didn't know which option to choose. I didn't know. You can choose 2 different hook options. You can choose what they call funfetti, which is going to be a colorful one, or you can choose natural. This time around I chose natural, and he made this. This is a wood handle hook. It's absolutely beautiful. It's nice and smooth. It's a tiny little hook. Then it comes with a wood button for the hook. I mean, for the poofy ball. It came with a stitch marker. Excuse my fingers. I have ink all over my fingers. I pulled tweezers out of my drawer, and there was ink on them. I have no idea where it came from. So that's going to be a fun mess for later. Oh, I didn't realize it came with another one. Oh, that's cool. It came with a little deer stitch marker. And then there's 2 patterns. There's the Sleeping Fawn. There's a Sleeping Fawn knit beanie. And then there is the Sleeping Fawn crochet beanie. It's pretty. This is not, absolutely not something I would normally go through. Oh my gosh, my scalp is burning. Sorry, I'm not trying to complain. But that being said, I actually really like it, which I'm glad, because it's expensive. So I'm glad I really like it. So I did ask a bunch of questions in an email that I have not had, they have not had the time to answer me. They said it could take a few days to answer my questions. So, I just wanted to show you guys this. I'll leave what information I do have below, but I will update it when I get those answers. And the questions I had are, this was on a massive sale, and it still is right now. And I will leave my code below. I'm not an affiliate, and I don't get any money from your code. If you click the code, I just get points to their store, which I can turn in for like free stuff. So if you are going to do this, click my link if you don't mind. You don't have to, no pressure. But one of the questions I asked was, is this price going to stay this price? Am I locked into it? Which I hope I am. Or is it going to go back up to the 101? Because if it is, I will cancel. I didn't say that to them. I'm saying that to you. I won't pay that for this. I can't afford that. That's nuts. I mean, $60 is a lot, but frankly, I think it's worth it. I mean, that's a handmade hook, hand-dyed yarn, handmade stitch markers, a whole project in a box. I mean, come on. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it to me. I mean, you know, like Crystal says, yarn and all that stuff is what you'll pay for it. It's worth what you'll pay for it, or whatever she says. That was one of my questions. And then, I don't know, I had a few questions, but that was my main one. Is the price going to go back up? And if it does, will I have to pay that price, or am I locked into this price? And I think that's a very important piece of information that you guys would want to know should you decide to do this. So there is that. Okay. The other stuff I have. Okay, I put out a post to my community post and my Facebook looking for the Lion brand ice cream cotton blend yarn, because a couple years ago, I was brand new to all of this. A couple years ago, when this was being discontinued, I just thought it was being clearanced out. Lion brand was doing a really big overhaul of all of their labels, and so they were clearancing out all the old stock. Well, I thought that's what that was. I thought they were just doing with that what they were doing with everything. And so I didn't have very much money, and I'm like, well, I'll just get this with the new labels when it goes on sale again, use coupons at Joann's, you know, yada yada. Had no idea it was being discontinued, and kicked myself ever since. I had a few. There is this Ruana that has, you guys have probably seen it, that has a sunset scape on the back of it. Gorgeous. So I had the stuff to do that. Well, there was a blanket Afghan thing that was on Ravelry that I desperately wanted to make, and then there is a top I really want to make out of that stuff, and I just ran into it when I was going through my stuff, not realizing this stuff was discontinued. So when I went to go look it up, it isn't anywhere. And I thought, oh, well, that's just because it's a summer yarn. It'll come out this summer. And so I was looking on Ravelry, and I clicked the yarn to see if they came out with any new colors, and it said discontinued. And I'm like, wait a minute, no. Okay, so I put on there that I would buy or trade. I bought and traded with most people who I'm getting these from, but some very kind people just sent these to me just cause, and I think that is so incredibly sweet. And I am not going to say which ones sent it to me for free and which ones I paid, which ones I traded with, because I don't think that's anybody's business, to be perfectly honest, and I don't want to put other people's business out there. So this is from Crystal's Crochet Cubbyhole, and I got 2 of the strawberry from her. Thank you. Okay, this is from Bee's Creative Crafts. Now, this one is not this yarn, but she is sending me some as well, per whatever our arrangement is. This is actually the 2 remaining ones that I needed of the Coraline, and I showed you guys who sent me the first one. I don't know if I've uploaded that video yet, but the 2 I needed for the Coraline of the Hobby Lobby that I was looking for. So thank you so much. So I can do that project, and it's so cool, you guys. It looks so neat. I'll try to remember to link these patterns below so you know what I'm talking about. If I would have thought about it, I would have pulled it up on my tablet to show you. There is more than yarn in here, ma'am. What did you do? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Bees Creative Crafts, all things crafty. Hope you get enough to finish your project. Happy crafting, Pam at Bees Creative Crafts. My goodness, your handwriting is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Aww. There is a Made with Love heart and a little butterfly, and they are on lever backs, so I could absolutely wear them as earrings or use them as stitch markers. What are you? You are a big boy. Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh, I'm so mad. I have to tell you guys something. I'm so mad. I just realized I'm mad. No. Okay. First of all, this is a snowman, and it is made out of nuts. That is so freaking cute. Oh my gosh. I love this so much. I love stuff like this. First of all, I love snowmen, but I love stuff made out of other stuff. That is so cool. Thank you so much. That is precious. What am I mad about? I found at a thrift store this Jeep, and it was made out of hinges, and the steering wheel and column was made out of like a round thing of a belt. And this thing was so cool. Somebody just made this out of like a bunch of just like metal scrap pieces. Well, oh, what did I call him? Michael, the contractor, who seemed like such a cool guy. He was like such a nice, cool guy. And I was always taught that if somebody like shows appreciation for something that you have, and it's like that you give it. That's how I grew up. And so like usually when somebody says they like something, I give it to them. And that has often turned into me giving things away that I really, wanted and probably shouldn't have. But like, I don't know, whatever. Call me gullible, being taken advantage of, or call me sweet. I don't know, whatever it is. That's what I do. So he just went on and on about that thing and how cool it was. And I went back and forth on it because I didn't want to give it. I felt like, okay, you should be giving it to him, but I didn't want to give it to him. It was so cool. I loved that thing. And by not the end of the night, but by a certain point throughout him being here, when things were still going okay and reasonable, I gave it to him. And now I don't have it, and now I'm really sad. So that reminded me of that, and so that's why I immediately got mad, because I'm like, oh no, I remembered I gave that to him. So I'm a little upsetty spaghetti with myself. But you know what? Regardless of the whole situation that happened, I'm sure it's still bringing him joy, and so that's just gonna have to be good enough. It's just things, it's just possessions, and I can't let them mean that much. So that's what I'm going to tell myself. This is so cute though. This is going up. I don't do a lot of tchotchke knick-knacky stuff. But I do on this stuff. I love stuff like this. I love things created from other things. And so this is going to go up in the place where that Jeep was. It's so cool. Look, it is a snowman made out of nuts. I got the thumbs up from my daughter. So, approval. That is so cool, and thank you. Yeah, I'm recording, but yeah, you can talk. She's gonna make them think that I'm crazy. She's gonna make you guys think that she's not real, that I'm just over here talking to absolutely nothing. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I don't just sit and have a conversation with myself sometimes, but bye. What is it? Yeah. 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 Oh, I forgot I grabbed this to show you guys a minute ago. When I was showing you my hat, and I told you I was playing a rousing game of Yarn Chicken, this is all I had left. This is probably, oh, sorry if wind chimes affect you. This is like a yard and a half. That's it. That's all I had left. I played Yarn Chicken and I won this hat. Okay. So that is cool. So thank you so much, Pam. I really appreciate that. That is so cute. I'm going to cherish that forever, truly. I love stuff like that. I really, really do. That's so cool. It reminds me of my grandfather and my dad, who were just like, and I don't know, just, they could make something of anything. It's really cool. Okay, this is... I'm so blind. Okay, I'm not going to have the address out, but I'm going to show the name. I don't know if this is one that I bought off of Ravelry or if this is one that I traded or purchased or was given from one of you lovelies. Again, excuse the ink under my nails. Whoever this is, I apologize that I can't read it. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad because I don't want to not give anybody credit. I think this is the one that I bought off of, yeah, this is the one I bought off of Ravelry. And so these are the 3, green and lime. Chances are I'm going to still need to find more because I do have 2 projects that I'm doing. But for the blanket that I'm wanting to do, that is enough for that. So now I just need to get more for the top. I do have more coming. And I have more stuff like in the works for, you know, different colors. So hopefully I'll end up with enough. Oh, these are my tickets. I just got my tickets for my members and channel giveaways. Well, however I'm doing that. Anyway, I have that. Okay, and then there was another one. Hey, you guys let me know, those of you, Ray and Bridget and anyone else who spins, I got these from something. I don't remember how I got these little spindle doodaddy things. These are too small for spinning, right? Because when Ray sends me pictures of her spinning, it looks much bigger than this. What are these for? Or what can I use these for? I kept them because I just had a feeling that they could be worthwhile. I don't have any particular use for them as of right now, but I kept them around. So you guys tell me what those can be used for. Okay. I really thought that I had more than that over here. I don't want to accidentally miss something. I don't know if it's just something hiding from me. My daughter got me this little piggy. Oink, oink. I still don't have a name for this guy. I don't know. I guess maybe that's it. Okay, there was that package. This package is... No, I think that was all. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, okay, I think that was it. And I definitely have more coming that I will let you guys know when it does. Tomorrow I have a mystery box from Cassie at Niche Craft coming. And I have some old content that was recorded back in December and beginning of January that I still am going to release when I need a day to not record but have something up. I have a local yarn shop, and then I have I don't know what I have things, but yeah, so there's that. Probably there definitely won't be a live today, but plan for there to be a live next Thursday at my usual time of 7 p.m. Don't know what it's going to be, but plan for it. And then I don't have any idea what my members day is going to be. I'm thinking tentatively right now sometime Sunday, like Sunday evening. Hopefully that works. I know most people are going to be going to bed to get ready for work, so it's not going to be super late. I'm probably going to do it at like 5 o'clock maybe on Sunday evenings. I'm not 100% sure, but tentatively that's what it is. So tentatively plan for this Sunday at like 5 or 6. I will put a notice out when I know for sure for the first members live. I have another members video that's going to be going up in the next day or next couple of days to few days. Yeah, so in February, I'm trying to make up for January, and I love you guys for sticking with me, and I'm sorry I keep having to ask you to stick with me, but I appreciate that you guys are doing it. I promise I'm not just sitting here crocheting and doing nothing towards fixing this situation. I keep getting the runaround that this situation is going to get fixed, and I'm not waiting anymore. I'm going to just figure out a way to be able to start dyeing again, and I don't know. I'm going to have to take it really easy, though, with my body and my health and everything. But really big is we have to make it safe to do so, because the kitchen is not put together. And just cooking in there has been difficult. I am blind and I am off balance because of that. It can mess with your equilibrium and stuff. And I have injuries to both of my feet and my knees, and so I'm very off balance, and carrying around boiling water is just not it. So I'm going to have to be very slow and very careful, or possibly only do it when Andrew is home, which he's working a lot right now trying to make money for all this stuff that we got to do, or that we got to replace. So yeah, anyway, so that's the plan, tentative as it is. I'll do another Thrift After Dark here pretty soon, and I'll do a Quietly Crafting here pretty soon. And feel free to leave any ideas of what you guys would like to see below. If you want to sign up to be a member to get all that, you know, fabulous content, I promise no fabulousness. It's gonna be content. Hopefully it's okay content. Then I know a lot of people have asked how to sign up for membership. If you look below the screen right now, there will be a button if you are not a member that will say join, and then you can join the membership. And it is a reoccurring payment, and I don't have anything to do with that. YouTube does that on their side. And I only have one tier right now because you have to be a member for a while, and I think you have to have a certain amount of members to be able to do multiple tiers. So right now I just have the one. I will open up multiple tiers so that people who can't afford the one right now will have a lower tier to be able to afford. Okay, that's it. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed whatever the heck this was, and this whole mess of a video. It was nice just sitting and chatting with you like I would if we were on the phone. I mean, just giving you the tea and the everything, I don't know, and showing you my goodies. Oh my word, that sounded terrible. Showing you my showing you my yarn and stuff. I beat red, I'm sorry. Okay, I really love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.